All right, so now everything that we've learned from a teaching standpoint, teaching meaning counting through the vinyasa, cueing it, showing it, being where the stage is, using your voice, and the adjustments. We've done 2 sun salutations, 2 standing forward bends, 4 steps to the right, 2 balancing poses, 2 flowing poses, and the first seated pose, 4 straight legs, seated bend, and 3 finishing poses, and 4 final seated poses. So we've learned how to teach all 8 puzzle pieces. Did we learn how to teach the 4 final seated poses? We just did it. Okay, so we felt esto. So tomorrow we'll learn how to teach the 4 final seated poses. Okay, so your practice should be rich in those 8 puzzle pieces, because not only are those things that you've been practicing, and most of you have been practicing more than that, some of you have been practicing much more than that, your practice should be very rich and get deeper and deeper in those 8 puzzle pieces. And that's important because of what I told you yesterday. Okay, what you have mastered the most is what you will be most capable of teaching. Okay, and if we look at this practice of Yoga Chikitsa primary series of all the poses in the sequence, but if we step back from that and just look at those 8 puzzle pieces, what we call Ashtanga Yoga made simple, and just teaching that to somebody is enough to change their life. It really is. Okay, so, and even if you do it slowly over the course of 8 weeks, the way it's outlined in the book, fantastic. This is an intense, deep practice for most people. Even people that have experience in practicing yoga, if they learn how to do this correctly and deeply, that'll be a very deep practice in body, mind. And then from there, there's perfectly set to then slowly, slowly increase the practice either on their own with the book or with a teacher or as they move around, or a combination of both. Okay? So I want you to think about kind of the first achievement for you of everything that we've been doing. This will be 3 weeks tomorrow that we've completed, that you've learned how to practice correctly and as deeply as possible for you, and how to share, how to teach the first 8 puzzle pieces of the Gavi system. All right? So you can think of that as an ideal practice to teach beginners, new students, as well as many people that are beyond beginners. You can say from your own stake, when you're practicing just that, by the time you finish, you're like, oh my God, this is intense. I want to go lay down by the fire and have breakfast. All right? And then slowly, slowly the practice grows. And we're going to go a lot more. We're going to go much deeper into that and understand a lot more relative to putting the sequence bigger in understanding full vinyasa from a practice standpoint as well as a sharing standpoint. Okay? And I'm just talking about the practice, the asana part of this whole 300-hour journey that you're on. There's so many other things with all the Sanskrit and the philosophy with Coco and the anatomy with Amaranya and the ceremonies and the connection, the union you've created amongst each other. Remember the first day I said, you guys might not think any of you are very interesting right now, but by the time we're finished, you're going to have these lifelong friendships with some people for years to come. And you're only halfway there. So if you haven't fallen in love with everybody yet, you have 3 more weeks to do it. All right?